I'm sorry, you couldn't hear me, but we're gonna get started off. I was a technician. I have two vocational degrees. The vocational degrees are in automotive technology and diesel technology, and I absolutely love this when vehicles come in and you see the most absurd things that you possibly could see. So we're gonna go over some of those, but I first like to start off with just some funny fails, because no matter how old you get, falling is funny. It just is. I don't know what else to tell you. It's just funny. So let's go ahead and let's get started on the funny. All right, here we go. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, and hit that like so it gets spread out to as many people as possible. But let's go ahead and let's see some of the best fails so far.
Holy shit.
That on camera, dude.
Oh, don't do that. Ow, shit. See, how dumb are people? You know you're gonna get a rogue wave. What an asshole. Oh, you know what? I've done that before. I've done it before.
Oh no. No!
Oh, that's an S1. Tailbone broken. And there goes $50,000. 50 grand. Right there. Don't let him have a gun again. And that's why you have a professional do it. Sometimes there's blind spots.
Down. It's in my eyeball. Fire! Fire! Fire!
Oh shit.
Fire! Stop! Your car's on fire! Go out! Get out! Your car's on fire!
Oh sh**.
Well, the steps are very slippery. Ow! Jesus!
Ah. Oh, the lobster got him. That is, I skateboard for a long time, 14 years. I have never seen anything like that happen. That board usually would be snapped. It'd be broken. And stupidity. Oh.
Oh my god! What the hell? It's not this bathroom! You stupid f***s! It's the other bathroom!
Oh, didn't you notice it looked nice?
Guys, how can y'all be so stupid? You're supposed to be doing the other bathroom! I'm sorry. It's gonna look good!
And you're not getting that back. What? I don't know what the objective was there. Oh, bad day. Bad day.
Ô! Mano, me ajuda aqui, viado. Para! Ó, ô, ajuda ela aqui, seu viado. Ó, irmão, para o carro, demônio.
Yeah, the weave went off. The weave went flying off on that one, too. Got stuck. In the mechanic field, sometimes that is how you fix it. You just give it a wax. The old starters used to do that. They would start to fail, and you just hit it with a daisy chain or a daisy finger, and while you're cranking it, and bam, thing starts right up, and you say, "Okay, it needs a starter." Oh, I've never had that happen, but I also don't turn gas on with the lid down. And he's thinking, that's a bad day.
Pressure's on.
Every guy's been here. This has happened. Maybe not to this extent, but it definitely has happened.
Yeah.
This is ultimately a bad day. Oh. You saved the phone booth, but that tractor.
No!
I love these. I need to go buy me some of those. Now, what the hell were you thinking? Oh shit. I've seen it happen. Oh, shin hit.
Damn, not even
Oh,
a PC or
damn.
anything.
This guy's crazy.
Oh, he's getting stung.
Shit, you're gonna get stung. That's why you wear a
What'd you expect,
beekeeper's mask. Very lucky. I fell off a second story roof. Yeah, I rolled and landed on my feet, but yeah, I broke some bones in my back and stuff. So yeah, very lucky. Now, how could people not notice this? The rumbling noise, the steering to the right, the drift. I just don't get it. I don't understand it.
Hi, babies.
Uh-oh. Okay, that's fixable. You can fix that. That's just misfortune right there. And that's a couple $100,000. I never put the locks when I used to lift weights. I can't do it no more, but oh, damn. I went wakeboarding once in my life, and I went outside to wake, and I slapped my face against the water, and it felt like my eyes just had water pressing them out. But at the same time in. It was very strange and extremely, extremely painful with a horrible headache. That was at about 22 miles an hour, 25, something like that. Go through the glass. Yeah. People not paying attention to what they're doing.
He's gonna have to do his best. Oh, he's swing. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I think he fell through the ceiling. He's yeah, he's definitely through the ceiling.
Oh, I got the whole thing.
I don't know.
Damn it.
It says it's live. All right. Right through. No. Oh shit! That
John
is
has been
hurt.
known as the White Usain Bolt. Here he is seen jumping the Ganges Canal. Oh my god!
All right. All right, guys. Let's move on to the main topic here. All right. We're going to be moving into the main topic. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If my subscribe button would work. I don't know. Where did it go? You know what? We're going to find it. We are going to find it, and it's going to be easy. You know, because I don't know what it is. OBS just likes to just make things disappear. Well, I thought it was going to be easy. There it is. There it is. Watch. Bam. So subscribe. Okay. We're not going to put this on no loop. We're not going to do any of that. What we're going to do is we're going to put it on a hotkey. And it's going to be just chatting hotkey. Okay. Let's see, did it work? It just works. Subscribe, hit that bell, and go ahead and hit that like, and let's spread this out. Let's get some conversation going, okay? Because we're going to get into more fun things here. Now, this is just rolled in, okay? Just rolled in. These are things that mechanics love to see. Alright, vehicle came in because what we're going to do is we're going to stretch this out just a little bit. Alright.
Vehicle got towed in for a transmission issue, and the customer didn't mention anything about the mold.
That is disgusting. If you don't have any health problems, well, you're going to have it now. I mean, that's ridiculous. Now that's a broken clock spring and an intermittent shaft.
The mechanic said this is happening because the steering shaft is broken after the customer was in an accident.
Yeah, that makes sense. The clock spring's also completely broken, so your turn signals
This
won't
vehicle
work.
initially came in for a burn and smell, and because it wouldn't start. The mechanics didn't mention what caused this to happen, but the customer just had the engine replaced with a used one.
It's very interesting. Now, what is that? I have never seen that before in my life. What is that, cooking oil?
I've never ever seen anything like that. Pull it down. Pull it down.
Customer said he did all the work himself and wants to get a safety inspection done on his truck.
Well, I already see no catalytic converters, so EPA is not going to be happy about that. Plus, you're not going to be getting the chemical
Customer got their
reaction
vehicle
between
towed
the
in because it
palladium.
won't stay running.
Look at that, you got a mouse in there. Oh, you got a bunch of mice in there. Yeah, I see that all too often, especially when they start chewing through electrical components. Never.
Get out of there, buddy.
I've had a dead raccoon that
We went right back under.
the shield underneath had
There he
fallen when somebody done an oil change, and it was a dead raccoon on the road. They drove over it, and it was pretty bad. They drove over it, and it actually was a 4-cylinder, so it went into the exhaust manifold, and it was cooking the fur and cooking the animal. It was pretty nasty. It was pretty bad.
1, 2.
Snakes being reptiles too, they like it warm.
I like how the hole in the radiator.
This must be out of Chicago. We'll get into that a little bit later.
Oh, damn.
This customer's son took his dad's brand new Shelby GT350 for a ride and ended
Wow.
up drifting into a curb.
Looks like he overheated the brakes quite a bit too. Looks like he broke some shafts there. Spindles.
This customer unfortunately
Were
ran over a
strut.
mattress that fell off the vehicle in front of them.
It's amazing how much damage a mattress can do. Look, the subframe is completely bent in, and that's just sheet metal that's folded over a lot
The
of
customer said
times.
they had
It's
another
a crush
shop installed
point.
exhaust in their truck.
That is somebody that didn't have a good ground, and also is not using an inert gas like argon. They also don't know how to weld. Usually I use a dime method or I use a stitching method. This is a popping method. The popping method is
This truck got
you
towed
don't
in
know what
because
the
it
hell
won't go
you're
into
doing
gear after
method.
The customer towed it behind his RV. A customer brought in their car for an airbag recall, and what the mechanic saw really surprised them.
What in the hell did this person do to their car? Okay, CB operator, maybe? I don't know what the hell that is.
From what most people in the comments said when this video was posted is that the customer seems to be a ham radio operator.
Yeah, ham radio. Okay. Alright, that makes sense. But he did a real shitty job. So electrical fire waiting to happen.
This vehicle came in for a burn and smell, but it ended up catching on fire just before the mechanic could bring it into the shop.
Am I gonna fix this car today?
This vehicle came in for a clunking noise, but the customer didn't mention anything about the wet concrete they just drove in.
Yeah, that's a huge problem. The problem is getting it off. You can use high pressure, but you can also
2004
damage
Chevy Trailblazer.
a lot of
Customer
stuff.
does his own work, installed new suspension components.
Okay, multiple
Says
pucks.
states, check suspension.
pulls right when braking.
Oh, no, there's no bolt. There's no bolt. Yeah.
I wonder why. Bolt's missing.
I've seen that.
believe I drove this
I've seen that so many times. I've seen it so many times. So that's duct tape?
The customer's concern was that they had a weird noise over bumps, and the mechanic ended up finding this cutting board stuck underneath their vehicle.
Wouldn't be the first time. Found a lot of weird shit stuck underneath cars.
This vehicle just came in for an oil change, and the mechanic noticed the brake pedal went to the floor. Customer says he changed the oil himself, but now he has a leak.
Yeah, well, I didn't see an oil filter. I just took it out. No O-ring. Those O-rings are extremely important.
Brake pads, but now they're noisy.
There's 2 spots that people mistakenly put them. That's the wrong way. Yeah, there you go.
That's cute.
That's a semi-metallic side, or organic. Could have been ceramic too, but it looked like a semi-metallic. Is that... Oh, is that cockroaches? Get that thing out of there. My car does that.
This customer changed their fuel pump themselves.
My car does that,
Besides
yeah.
dropping the fuel tank to change the fuel pump, they cut a hole underneath the seat.
I've seen that done before too. If you have low fuel in there, the vapors can get out and, well, blow you up.
Was unfortunately in a flood, so they got it towed to the dealership for
I think you want a full tank of gas in there, and then a wet rag over the top of it, and then something to suck the fumes away, and then you can cut. But I don't know. It's risky. I've done it before on a F-150.
This customer said their vehicle shut off after driving through a puddle.
Yeah, that's going to be probably almost a hydrolock engine. Probably a lot of damage. Whoa. That's a lot of metal. Is that a differential?
This customer drove 7 miles to the dealership because they noticed their oil light was on and their vehicle was a bit louder than usual.
Yeah. Maybe a rod or a cap came out the bottom, or they hit something and it took out the oil.
While driving on the highway. The customer pulled over right away when the oil light came on and called a tow truck. The customer
probably
got pretty
oil
lucky
pan
because the only damage was to the oil filter.
Oh, damn! That's pretty lucky, yeah.
This truck came in because the customer says the engine is making a weird noise, and he also told the mechanics he changes the engine oil every 2,000 miles.
Okay, that's bullshit because that's carbon. That's carbon buildup. That's why engine oil turns black. It doesn't break down. It actually gets carbon buildup from the combustion. Never seen that before. That's impressive. Never seen that.
That's a lot of work. Oh, yeah. I would.
Oh, poor little kid.
I can reach it now, Tito.
I'm a dog person.
A customer just bought this brand new Dodge Charger with 12 miles on it, and the salesman ended up crashing it on the way to the gas station.
Oh. Those are about 90 grand. SRT? Yeah. I used to work on Dodge. They're about 90 grand.
Customer's biggest concern is whether or not we can install bucket seats due to airbag deployment. He would also like to pay for this out of pocket.
This customer declined getting a U-joint replaced the last time it came in for a service.
They left something on the
This customer
battery.
brought in their vehicle
something
because their radio
underneath.
doesn't work after they just installed it themselves.
That is the worst I've seen. I used to install radios for Best Buy, and I have never seen a clusterfuck like that. That is horrible. Holy shit. I've never seen anything like that. That's crazy. How are you gonna work on something like that? Let alone how's there not
This is
electricity
one hand.
involved? Wow.
One hand.
It's not connected. That is impressive. Two bolts welded. Those are probably 10.9 bolts. They ain't gonna hold shit.
This customer just
the
had the oil
tape
change at a quick
over
lube
the
shop. The shop didn't
over
drain
the
the
check
engine
engine
oil, but
light.
instead drained the front differential and added another 8 liters of oil to the engine.
Oh, some people are so stupid. Whoa. Is that honey? What is
This
that?
vehicle came in because the customer said they could smell engine oil. After further diagnosis, the mechanic found a couple of gaskets to be leaking and found this mess after he removed the valve covers.
Oh,
This BMW hasn't had an oil change since 2009 and around 68,000 miles ago.
okay. That's a lot of carbon buildup. Carbon and debris. It's bad. It's bad. It's very bad. That's not supposed to happen with a camshaft.
Customer states vehicle is possessed. Please fix. Let's see what's going on.
It's possessed. Now, a lot of times the alternator is the major problem. Things start going crazy.
Those are off. The headlights are on. Let's plug this back in.
Okay, there's an aftermarket security system of some sort, or a remote start. Probably a security system.
Vehicle is indeed possessed.
Now, I would be looking for something to do with the ignition, 12-volt constant, supplying
if your nuts are
that
green like these
bad
walnuts underneath the hood of this customer's vehicle, or if they smell like old ground beef that
a
was
bad
left in the trunk for a
control
week,
box.
you should probably get it checked out. Or you can check out the new Performance 4.0 package from Manscaped. It has the right tools for the job with the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, These Nuts ball deodorant, crop reviver, and a weed whacker,
Alright.
nose and ear hair trimmer to clean up that jungle you got
Let's
going on.
Let's take another look.
Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of Just Rolled In.
Just rolled in. Shout out to you guys. Great stuff. Watch. Bam! I've seen that many of times. Or when you close the door, the back tailgate opens. I've seen this too. I've had this happen in a shop.
Customer states fuel leak.
It burned a hole through the fuel tank. Yeah, that'll do it.
I'd say it's a fuel leak. Customer states when turning left and rolling the passenger window down, the door opens.
Never seen that before in my life, but that's a cross short. Sometimes customers are dumb.
And this customer just came in because they can't close this tray on the vehicle they just bought.
Once again, dumb customers.
Let's see if it's open first. Okay, so it's open.
It's open. All right, so we'll go in.
Because it won't close.
And we lock. You can't tell me you've ever seen that before.
That's the first time I tried the key because I always have the unlock and lock.
I've never seen that before.
This vehicle came in as the radio wasn't working. The technician removed some trim to access the fuse box and noticed that the interior of this vehicle was saturated with curry.
Saturated with curry. Now, how does this kind of stuff happen? Saturated with curry. A prank?
Customer states, AC blown warm.
I love this. I love this because... Okay, watch this. Watch this. I know exactly the problem. It's always the same problem.
Well, that was easy.
Okay, so people, you buy a vehicle for $20,000, $40,000, $60,000. It comes with a manual that goes in the glove box. Now, it might be 300 pages long, but when you read it, you actually know what all the indicators on the dash mean. You know where the spare tires, you know how to change the spare tire. You know the proper fill, which if you open your driver's door, there's a sticker there and it says how many PSI to put in your tires. Always carry a gauge, a good one, not a shit one, not a $2 one. Okay, good gauge. Just common sense things, but that book comes in there. Read that book. I cannot tell you, everybody I know, my mother does this. She will not read the book, but then she'll ask me about how things work. So, you spend all this money on a book, but it's really the car, but read the book. It's 300 pages. You can read a book, all right? So let's continue though, but you know, not knowing how the AC works because you didn't know that you had to turn it on, that to me is a $150 bill that is absolutely ridiculous. Let's continue. I accidentally skipped over something here. We'll just go right about here. Okay, that's some stuff missing there. That's a frame, and
this is a professional wheelchair lift installation done at another shop, and the customer is wondering why it would stop working randomly.
Oh, it's a wiring job. What was it? I thought he lifted it with pucks. Oh, every time it goes up and down, it rubs on the wires. It's on the exhaust. The whole window came up. Never seen that before. All right. Wow. Okay.
Customer states, my car doesn't drive right. Can you check it out?
All right. That's funny. There's no bushings back there. Well, see, now there's supposed to be a drive shaft attached to that rear end. This is what bad struts look like and shocks. The car will just keep bouncing. More likely they were broken.
Customer states, my traction control light comes on while driving.
Yeah, because the car's completely out of the subframe is rotted away.
That shit again.
So you got to readjust the. Sometimes you got to readjust the sprayers. Okay. Well, that's not supposed to happen.
If you're going to hold up your exhaust
The
using ratchet
piston's not
straps,
supposed
please
to
don't do it this
twist
way.
like that. Plastic wraps. Oh, around the drive shaft. Yeah, that's bad. So that's the regulator not knowing when to stop.
Running condition. Could it be A, the aluminum foil and zip tie? B, the pool noodle on the PCV valve?
The
Or
pool
C,
noodle.
the sparkly pencil?
Oh.
Drugs now.
to stop
The owner of
vacuum,
this vehicle was
vacuum
luckily
leak.
in the gas station when this happened.
Okay, someone got shot up.
Customer brought their vehicle in because they think they damaged a CV axle after hitting a pothole.
Okay, so that's a pinion, a crush sleeve, that is bad. So you got to take the whole differential apart, put a new crush sleeve in, and then torque it specifically. 116 psi.
Customer
Tire
states
that-
the Volkswagen
that tire
Beetle
blow
has a
out.
noise when accelerating.
Hit it. Hit it.
So there's the lines that go behind that. That one of them must the T connection must have broke.
Start.
Is the clutch in? Okay, there's a
Just
cover
like that.
cover that was put over the
Customer states,
over
I need a
that.
safety inspection. Got some long tubes on this navigator, not bolted up.
Not even aligned right. No O2s. Catalytics though.
Yeah, I got a buddy who can weld.
Glass
Side
back.
exit. And that's the gas tank with a cherry bomb under it.
Yeah, glass pack cherry
Sorry,
bomb.
you fail, bud.
You have to have O2 sensor so that it knows when it's lean or when it's rich.
Customer dropped off his truck for an oil change, but didn't mention anything about the wasp nest.
Okay, that's some bullshit.
The U-joint on this Nissan Pathfinder failed and damaged the transfer case, transmission, and a lot more on the underside of this vehicle.
And people get so surprised when their bills are outrageous. And the reason why is because they don't maintain the vehicle. And if you open that book, again, in that glove box, it'll tell you the maintenance schedules. So you need to bring your car in to get checked. People then get a bill for $2,000 and they can't figure out why. Well, if you would have checked it earlier, we would have noticed. Okay, it's an intermittent shaft break and a clock spring broken. Probably the intermittent shaft U-joint too. This guy's been doing burnouts.
Customer states, my friend could do it cheaper, but he couldn't get the lug nuts off. I'm not sure what's going on here, but what a mess.
Well, he used a acetylene torch trying to get it off. I've had to do it, but it ruins the rim because easy offs wouldn't do it.
Nothing.
Oh, there's no floor. Once again, somebody installing their own radio. You would think it's pretty common sense. Put things in a line, tape it, put in a farther line, tape it, and then bunch the wire caps up and then spread them out and then tape them. And then you can just put it like a snake would coil itself inside the dash. But people have no common sense. You know, it would have cost, I think, $70 to have a radio installed.
Customer
Nowadays,
states, he just installed his radio, but now his check engine light is on and his vehicle goes into limp mode.
Okay, goes into limp mode. That's bad. It gets stuck in third gear. It won't.
The mechanic who looked at this vehicle declined the job due to the multiple fire hazards.
Yeah. Can't be responsible for that.
All right, crank it.
Drove through a puddle. It's probably a Hydrolock
Customer
engine.
states he installed the brake lines himself. I'm curious to know how long that brake line's gonna last.
What the hell? Holy shit. That is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Is that a crack through the hole? What are we working on here?
Customer stated they were getting intermittent no crank, no start. And
The battery connection is not on. Yeah, that's pretty common. And that one's completely loose.
I wonder why.
Sometimes people just, you know, I think it should be required in high school to take an automotive class and in college.
Customer states they hit something and now their vehicle won't start and leaks oil.
Okay, there's a hole.
So
I was
just sitting
expecting
here
an oil
working on a
pan.
car, walking along, and you go, "Oh, hey, look,
Bullet
that looks
hole.
like a bullet hole, huh? Wonder where the bullet went
Look
to."
through.
Oh, it went into the strut, and it's still in the strut. OMG.
Yeah, I see that in Chicago a lot. Oh, coolant in the engine oil. It's either blown head gasket or it's added. That is not changing oil. That is carbon buildup. Hydrocarbon is raw fuel, and when you burn it, it turns into carbon. And that carbon is what saturates the engine. How people do this stuff.
Customer's homemade fix for a broken door handle. Customer states, I think I need new rear
That's something a
shocks.
mechanic would do. Watch, he's gonna bounce it, it's just gonna keep going. Yeah, you need shocks, alright.
Customer brought their vehicle in because it has a horrible smell.
Man.
That is broken in half. It's just split apart, the whole casing.
Ready?
Oh, here's going to be coming out a lot of antifreeze?
Customer said her husband patched the tire, but it keeps leaking air.
Oh, don't tell me screws.
Well, that's it for today's episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
All right, guys. So we're gonna be taking a break right now. When we come back, though, we're gonna be talking about more serious topics. The more serious topics going to be coming up is going to be dealing with World War III, which they're not telling us, but in the history books, I see World War III being the start of the Ukraine war a year ago from Russia. But we're going to be going over some of that kind of stuff. So stay tuned, and we will be right back. I apologize for the delay. There we go. I had a medication problem. So, but let's get into this. Let's play one of my favorite games. Here we go. I was gonna go with Yoshi, but let's go with Flower Cup race this time. Yeah, how to play. I forgot how to play. The buttons are different, so I'm gonna retry. The buttons are different on the controllers. Got him. Almost got her. Almost got her. Come on now. No! Dropped an egg. Oh, that was shit. Doing horrible. Doing horrible. I don't know why it keeps on jumping. I'm gonna have to figure that out, I guess. My guy keeps on jumping for some reason. Let's try again. Come on. Come on. Oh, what happened? Come on, come on. Star, star, star. Oh. Well, I got fourth. I got fourth at least. Okay, welcome back. And what we're going to be going into now is we're going to be, and by the way, Pizza E Girl, thanks for subscribing. But what we're going to go into now is we're going to be talking about what I believe is in the history books in 30 years is going to be basically the start of World War III. And that's going to be, we started with the Cold War, and the Cold War is basically China, Russia, India is against Pakistan right now. They're fighting. North Korea is against us, obviously, and they're starving their people in order for them to not be able to think in the future, 5 years. They're just thinking about eating for that one day. People starving, dead bodies all over the place. We need to do something about this. The Mexican cartel, we need to do something about that. We need to make sure that they are marked as a terrorist group. What are we doing? Trump tried to do this, and it's not a one-day thing. It takes months to do this, but we need to do it. We need to do it. And I think the Mexican government and the American government need to really kind of join forces here and start taking out these cartels, because we have China now that has TikTok that is infiltrated. We'll go over that too. But they have TikTok is infiltrated the United States, and if you read their agreements, which I will pull up later, it gives them access to everything, and the cyber attack capabilities that they could shut down everything for everybody's computers and everything in the United States or in the world, in that matter, that uses TikTok. The terms of agreement are just outrageous. So we need to go over that, but we need to start looking at the World War III being a real possibility. We're at the Cold War of China wants Taiwan. Taiwan makes 95% of the conductors I can't think of the word right now for some reason. I'm drawing blank. But the chips that we need in order to make our war machines. The defense contractors, and to make everything, really, computers, to make everything that we in the Western civilization we really depend on, which is we're by far the most well advanced, and we still bitch and complain, and that's why we're also going to get into these protests of this woke this woke, this cancel culture, the government trying to tell you what you can and cannot say. Jordan Peterson is, to me, is almost like a hero, because he's highly educated and he's putting it in reality. And the thing is, it's common sense, but people don't stop to back off of their ideology. And they don't want to listen to science. They don't want to listen to reason. If it goes against what they believe, they dismiss it completely. But let's get into now Ukraine and the possibility of the start of World War III. And don't forget, if you like what we're doing here, go ahead, hit that subscribe, hit that bell notifications, because I don't have exact times that I go on. So, you know, let's just kind of go with it. And on top of that, we need to evaluate this on a day-to-day basis, because it's becoming a very big threat. China now wanting to give arms, and it's proven fact that they are giving arms to Russia now, and we're giving arms to what's pro-Western Ukraine. We're giving arms, but now Ukraine is asking for jets from the UK. Now, if we start to move past the line of scrimmage, as you'd call it, between Russia and Ukraine, the problem we're going to have is now we are really going after their government, and Putin will not allow that. And this is where things get really, really hairy. If we start to try to take over and democratize it, then he could hit the button. Now, what's going to stop him from hitting that button is he knows that we we basically know his emails, we hear his conversations, we have all the information. And here's the other thing, is that we literally have nukes pointed directly at his forehead. So there is no possibility that he doesn't survive. Now, on the other side of Putin, now, here's something that would make me upset if I was him. The biggest problem they had is we had installed ICBM launch site about 400 miles away from St. Petersburg. Now, if you were Russia and you went into Canada and went to Quebec and you installed an ICBM nuclear warhead capability device that would hit within 30 minutes of New York City, we would not stand for that. So why is it the United States government thinks that we can do this? So, but let's go ahead and let's look at this escalate, and let's kind of see what the mainstream is reporting, and then let's see what is really happening on the ground. Now, this is JRE Joe Rogan, one of my favorite podcasters. But this is Dave Smith. He's going to break down the reason Russia invaded Ukraine to begin with.
This thing with Russia.
See, now, I find that to be a really big problem, because back in the 80s and all the way up till today, including Obama, they have staged basically political coups in order to turn the government to be pro-Western. Now, most people in Ukraine want to be pro-Western. The people that are on the border of Russia, they claim to want to be pro-Russian. So we have taken over this, and that was another problem. That was another thorn in the back of Putin. So he did not like that very much at all. Stop right there too. The weapons of mass destruction. That was a straight up lie from Bush. A soldier was yelling at him, and he said that you had killed millions of Iraqis with this lie. This one lie, and you killed all of his friends with this one lie. And then he go ahead and he has Halliburton stock him and his father, Senior, have Halliburton stock. Now, Halliburton did a no contract bid for the war. So, without having a bid, it's not a fair trade. It basically is a bribery in my eyes. So they not only got paid to destroy, which was some ungodly amount of money. I think it had to have been trillions. But we went in there with this lie. And then after they destroyed everything and killed all of these people, then they were paid again to go fix it. Now, the thing is, they weren't fixing it. People, they have the right to be upset that live there. We tried helping in ways by digging wells, but Al-Qaeda and Taliban would come by. I think it was Taliban, but Al-Qaeda would come by and they would destroy the wells, taking away drinking water. So we don't have it very bad at all here in this country. So we need to grow up and start focusing on that. The only reality in order to really bring prosperity and climate change and save the world is to take people in poor and take them out of poor. That's what we have to do. We have to make energy cheap, and it has to be everywhere. We have to have water available everywhere. We have to have protection, mental health facilities, healthcare everywhere. Now, this isn't something saying for the WEF. The WEF seems to be quite evil. There was a comment made by a guy that I don't remember his name, but it wasn't Klaus, but it was another member on the board that they wanted depleted the population by 50%, and they said they're well on their way. So what is this evil that is going on around here? So we really need to start focusing on preparation for World War III. But let's go ahead and let's continue here. I'm going to disagree that he's a madman. He is not a clinical. He is not a psychopath clinically. That's really hard to say, a madman. And the problem with using a nuke is that because of the winds, they travel from east to west, or from west to east. So he would actually be doing radioactive fallout on his own people. So it's hard to say if he would use a nuke, but who knows? He's been isolating himself from his major administrative, his military and everybody suspecting. So there could be a coup underway that we don't know about, but I know he hasn't been paying his Russian soldiers. I know that they've been putting like pieces of plastic in body armor, picking up weapons, old World War II helmets that have been retrofitted. They don't have the means, and it really showed their weakness. But with China involved, if China would get involved, they would have the weapons and they would have the armor. And then China and Russia joining together would be quite the superpower. It would be the population, not including their economy being one of the strongest in the world. So they could also control trade routes coming through near Japan. It would bring a lot of problems. And then they could also just take Taiwan, North Korea, India would join them. I'm not sure about some of the other countries, but it'd be the Allied versus the Axis. So we need to be careful about this. Let's continue. Okay, we're going to hear a little bit about CNN and about what's going on with the war right now. Because right now, 321 Western tanks pledged to Ukraine. So this could be to protect the borders. But we also could be having a problem where we don't want to move over the border. This could be a big problem. So let's see what they have to say.
U.S. and its Western allies are pledging heavy tanks to Ukraine ahead of a potential Russian offensive in the spring. National Security Council's John Kirby laid out the timeline on Friday.
The Leopard tanks will probably get there from the Germans and from their our European allies and partners. Will get there in relatively short order, probably in time to help them in the spring and summer. The American tanks, the Abrams, will take a little bit more time. It'll take many months before they can get on the ground.
Joining us now is CNN military analyst Colonel Cedric Layton. So, Colonel Layton, German Leopard tanks could be there relatively soon. As you heard there, though, from John Kirby, the Abrams tanks, it could take a while. Are they going to get there too late?
Well, it really depends, Pamela. And, you know, when you look at the difference, first of all, they've talked about 321 tanks, according to the Ukrainian ambassador to France, being sent to Ukraine. So that's a large number. That is basically what the Ukrainians asked for. They asked for around 300 to 400 tanks. So they're getting what they need. But let's take a look at the Leopard tank. So this is the German Leopard tank, very capable.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to do something real quick.
Cannon that's.
It seems to be telling me that I have a copyright infringement. So we'll just have to cut that out and I'll have to edit it through.